Testing. 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 1, 2, 3. Bring the heat. Come on, let's see you bring the heat. Yeah, I really never play over here, and I didn't realize you had this easy way to get down. It wasn't always like that. But many years ago, you used to be able to climb from this side to go up. They're always changing the terrain. Looks like you could drop down there if you want to. Okay, bring the heat. That machine gun. Gotta get out of here, I think. No, maybe not. Yeah, maybe. I've been working on getting the gun mark for that vehicle, the M4A1. It's a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be, which means impossible. I think it's going to be completely impossible. You see how it's at 63.18? You need to have really good games in that vehicle to get the first gun mark. It must be a tank that either people are firing gold rounds, or it's got to be that people are firing gold rounds. So I'm going to go in with the E75TS. I don't know. Maybe they're not firing gold rounds. But you got to do a little bit more damage in... So any of you who are wondering why my face is not showing, if my face is not showing, that means that it's really hot in my apartment. I got to turn off the air conditioner, actually. Okay, so as I was saying, let's see what we got here. We got 2 enemy light tanks, the LTTB, and some other POS, which is, I don't know, T-54 lightweight. So I'm going to try a new strategy. Over here, you see you got a lot of rocks. You want to be able to hide behind these rocks, but it's, oh, come on, F you, man. But you can also go down. Not really intended for a lot of people. It's not that big of a deal. So I missed a shot on that guy. I'm going to try and take the lower part of the hill. I don't think he should go all the way up there. Maybe he's got the 7 cents. He's got the Shining. You see the Yagdi Tiger? I don't recommend doing what he's doing. If you want to go out, you want to go out in line with this rock over here and then advance to the next rock. it's just safer to go out that way. We did lose our forwardmost player, so we got to keep this Yagdi Tiger alive. So I am going to hide over here. We do have an issue where there is the enemy everywhere. Gonna make it hard. Not gonna be fun. I think maybe the safest place is gonna be right here. Yeah, you know, I just want to help out my team. If the guy goes out, I want to help him. I'm not gonna sit there. He overextended himself. Which is what all the other Anakums say. That's not good. I wonder what that was. They obviously ammo racked me. I only got 700 damage. It really sucks that happened. But this is how you learn to play. Over here, you see that there's a lot more bushes, and over there's a lot more bushes. Maybe it's just safer to play over there. Now I'm going to say, you know what? I don't think this is a safe place to play anymore. I'll find a safer place. It takes a long time to figure out the safe place, because how long is it going to be before you play this map again in assault defend mode with a slow tank? I'm going to rule this out. I'm going to say that this was too dangerous. It was an interesting idea. I haven't completely ruled it out. I want to try it again. $63.5. Okay, so in terms of my face on the video camera, it's very hot where I live, and I hate air conditioning, so you should see where this is going. The reason why I don't have my face cam on is because there's a lot of other things I don't have on. So that's the reason why. And I really don't want to show off my abs. Okay, so I'm going to load up one of these. Do 1 hour. I usually do 1 hour unless I play something like Frontline. And sometimes I'll do the 2 hour if it's like the first of the day. I might be switching to another server. So we might switch to the South America server so we can kill bots. I really don't think it's a good idea because there's too many people on the server right now. So you see we've got 13,000 people. Actually, maybe there isn't. You take the 13 minus the 11.4 and it's 1,500. And that's how many people are on the other server. So again, I'm working on getting the gun marks. Getting 2,000 damage is not really enough. And maybe it's just different with heavy tanks. You know, I really don't play heavy tanks that often. But I guess I'm just going to have to put in a little bit more work. Oh, wait, that's not a heavy tank. That's a medium tank. So I will do so. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. There's ways to cheat with gun marks. I'm going to use the example. There is a vehicle called the IS-2 Shielded, and I got up to 77%. and then I didn't play it for a while, and then I played one game and it was like 55%. I dropped 22% because I was playing it when it first came out, and when it first comes out, it's really easy to get gun marks. So you got all these Onagums saying, "Oh, I got the gun mark the day it came out." That's because that's when it's easy to get 3 gun marks. Now you know the secret. For those of you who are watching live stream, you know the secret. The rest of you have no idea what I'm talking about. You don't know the secret. So I will repeat, I was talking about gun marks. Look at that guy. Ooh, look at that. Who's he got? Batman? Okay, so what I was saying, my hand hurts is what I was saying. What I was saying is that there are people who say, I 3-marked this tank the day it came out. It's like, that's because that's the easiest time to do it. That's not special skill. And I asked Wargaming to prohibit people from getting gun marks the first 2 weeks the tank comes out. It's just not fair. So I need to get behind this slope over here so that nut job can't hit me easily. Come on. Come on, man. Come on, man. Where's the beef? Yeah, baby. You notice I used rear angling? I'm going to use the large repair kit in this case. You know what I should have done? Okay, those guys over there were not going to be able to hit me, and he could. I should have angled towards him, and I didn't. I showed him my butt. Oh, come. You see, that's lag and latency right there. That's a type of BS I got to deal with. And I could have killed off that guy by now. What are you doing? Yeah, that's the reason why, buddy. Now you know. Now you know. That's the reason why. So I was going to go kill this guy with one shot. I was going to ammo rack him. What I was going to do is I was going to come up right over here and then shoot at him because he was parked in this area. But for some reason, my tank did this weird spin. And I wasn't able to do the one shot on the ammo rack, which is really easy to do. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about ammo racking while we're waiting for my platoon mate. I did some testing in the training room for ammo racking. And what I discovered is that being able to hit repeatedly definitely increased the chance of ammo rack. Like, I was able to do it reliably, but I had to hit it like a couple hundred times with like a low pen gun, a low damage gun. So basically what I did was I took a tier 2 autoloader versus a tier 10 lightly armored tank, and I was able to ammo rack it all the time because it only did like, I don't know, 10 damage per shot, but I had to hit it like 100 times. And then I went into the training room and I played a little game, and I wasn't able to ammo rack the vehicle when the vehicle was moving and I was driving around chasing it. I'm a champion burper. That's another story. Oh, I had a good story today. Oh, yeah, okay. It's about the homeless man. He wants to wait for the tank. So I'm going to tell you the homeless man story. In a moment. If you deserve it. M4A1. Now you know why I don't have the mark of excellence, right? What a ripoff. It is so hot in here. But I'm actually pretty comfortable with the quantity of clothes that I'm wearing. I'm going to get banned from Holy cow, the game's already over. That was a quick game. We didn't miss much. So I'm going to tell you the homeless man story. I've got obviously a lot of homeless man stories because I am homeless. If you live in a certain neighborhood here in the Philippines, you'll just constantly meet homeless people. Oh my God, there's one story I would love to tell. I'll tell it, but I have to leave out one word, a bannable word. Okay, so I'm excited about telling the story, so I'm going to tell it. I used to live in a place in the Philippines called Mango, and those of you who know what I'm talking about already know where this story is going. Not really so much. So I would go to eat at a Japanese restaurant place, a lot of Asian food in the Philippines, and there it was a bit of a walk, and there was an old Asian man, an old Filipino man, and he totally fit the description of an old homeless Filipino man. He was very scrawny, very thin arms, and no fat on his body, and he was really old and very petite, and he had a really long beard that went down to his knees, and he would sit against a wall on this long road. I used to go down this long road. I don't know what. Oh yeah, look at that beautiful shot. There are 3 SPG in the game, and I believe I was spotted, so I have to do counter SPG. So I would see this man every day, and I noticed that usually I give them food on the way out of the restaurant because I don't eat rice because I need to lose weight. So I would see him every day holding this yellow piece of plastic. Like, what the hell is that yellow piece of plastic? But not only is he holding this yellow piece of plastic, but he's totally obsessed with it. Like he's staring at it like he's making money with it or something. So I never knew what it was. I'm walking by him every day. I wonder if the heavy, obviously we're too late. The heavy tanks probably already came by. Too late to spot. So he's holding this yellow piece of plastic, obsessed with it. Every day I go by, he's with the yellow piece of plastic. And then one day, maybe cars were coming and there's really no sidewalk. So when there's cars and people walking, you have to get really close to the wall so you don't get run over. Now I'm not saying that Filipinos are not safe drivers. I'm just saying you will get run over in the Philippines. See that delay? That's from the lag and latency. Yeah, it doesn't affect your win rate. So he's obsessed with this, and I happened to have to get out of the road. I had to I had to walk along the wall, and I got a glance of what this plastic was. This yellow piece of plastic. It was an electronic video game. But not only was it an electronic video game, it was Hello Kitty. So every day this old man plays Hello Kitty on his, that's a sniping position. That's a really good one, actually. He plays Hello Kitty on this little plastic thing all day long because he's starving. You know that STRV, he's going to be aimed over here. Oh, my turret was busted. So I didn't want to go out. You got to give him time to look for a new target. But I thought there might be a chance that I might also spot him. There's people who say never knock down trees. I'm a tree knocker big time. And the reason why is because they're more likely to have the system spot you than to see the tree knocked down. So that's why I do it. These guys are effing cheaters. You know what they do, this SPG? what he's doing is, I got spotted by the Udis. And then what happens is I'm on this little mini map over here, and then he sees me on the mini map, he aims, and then he fires, and it's cheating. It's against the rules. Yeah, look at that amazing driving he's doing. Look at that. Oh, see who's faster. Yeah, that was actually a nice trick. He could have outrun the shot, but unfortunately the enemy did hit him. And unfortunately he missed. Exploded. So basically, if the enemy's gun barrel is pointed at your turret, you just suddenly change direction, and sometimes they'll miss. It does happen. I do it every time. Very reliable. If you watch my channel, you'll see me do it. But that was bad because you had side armor versus frontal armor. It wasn't an ideal situation. Okay, we're done with this. Computer's a little slow. M4A1. Serene Coast. I keep confusing it with South Coast. And I know you probably say, what's South Coast? South Coast is an old map, Crimea map. Yeah, it went down to 62.9. And the South Coast map was a lot of fun. It was not a symmetrical map. It had some symmetry to it, but it wasn't symmetrical. Like a lot of the other maps are, like Cliff. Cliff is actually named after a guy named Cliff, after one of the developers. You probably all know Cliff Clavin, famous American. He's actually a famous American mail carrier. What's up with that? Got 6 cruise skills. We're waiting for a tank to come in. I do have Eagle Eye on one of my Russian crews. There's just so many cruise skills. Definitely want situational awareness, but it won't work on every tank. And I don't know, I would go with firefighting maybe. The thing about repairs is you're going to use it every game, and it will help you with your ammo rack and engine, because you want your ammo rack and engine to repair as quickly as possible so that you don't get ammo racked as often. And in terms of fire, I don't have fire extinguisher on pretty much any tank. And I checked like 1,000 games. I died from fire like 3 times. I don't remember if it was 1,000 games or 10,000 games. It was like 1,200 games. So that's why I don't use it unless it's a problem tank, like a Chinese tank or a front engine tank, like the Chrysler K. And I am tired. This tank, the IS-3, is actually a pretty cool tank. I do like it. I'd rather play this than the Defender. Almost never play the Defender. You know what? I'd rather play this Object 703 version 2. You'll notice that you can level up a lot more crew with it. These are all 0 skill BA. Okay, so it's coming back. I guess I didn't do a lot of damage or anything. Must have been pretty low. 1,300, not that bad. Oh, it went up, 63.8. That's cool. You know what? You see how it says ready and not ready? That's because of me. That was one of the features that I asked to have added to the game. And I know a lot of you are going to say that's just not true. I have had like 50 of my ideas in the game. He used to say something else like battle. And you can, one day I'm going to go through my emails and I'll show you all the emails I've sent them saying you should change this to this and change this to this. And I told them battle is not a good button for the platoon thing. You have to say something like ready or not ready. Or maybe it was where the battle button is, it used to say ready, and then they changed it to battle. I don't remember what it was, but I think it was that platoon button. They changed it because of my suggestion. Another example is the damage indicator, where it shows you how much damage you got hit by, and it shows like a certain width depending on how much damage you took. If you have that feature turned on, I think I have it turned off. Hey, how you doing?
Good.
This vehicle is the M4A1 Revelarice. This is a French Tier 8 medium tank, and the map is Sand River. So we're getting to have more people on the server. The enemy's going to be a little bit more predictable. What I usually do is I rush out here to try and spot the enemy, and then I head to the town. And as long as we get coverage over here, the strategy works. We really don't. We just have the UDAS going, and I'm slow getting to town. But over here, you're gonna take a shot at the enemy. You'll hide behind the rock if you get spotted. This is obviously the risky part right here. Didn't spot anything. And then what I do is I sit over here and I snipe through here. Sometimes you won't get spotted, sometimes you will. And I just park over here and I shoot. If you get spotted, you gotta hide. Knock down as many trees. There are 2 SPGs in the game. We do have to watch out for the SPGs. Obviously, you want to knock a tree down so that it benefits you, right? So you knock this one down like that, and it's going to help you when you're back here. Now he's not going to see me as easily. But we do got to watch out for these losers over here who haven't learned how to play the game yet. I don't think I'll be able to hit them. Nope. But that, of course, means he can't hit me. So when you drive around, you're going to want to stay within these buildings here. And there's always shots. Like you see, there's a shot. I could have shot through there to hit that guy. We got a shot on this guy. Oh. I don't think I got spotted. Got to have amazing situational awareness. I think they know where I am. I'm just going to throw that out there. So I guess I was spotted. I do have the packet loss issue, so the 6th sense might not work. Stay close to the building because I got spotted. We don't want the SPG to come up with anything funny. Well, there's an SPG right there. Going to mark the mini-map. I'm going to go for the 6. Got me. He was watching me. Man. M4A1. I should be working on the gun marks because I'm so close. But, you know, if I don't have fun playing the game, I'm not going to play the game. That's just the way it is. So the gun marks are cool and everything, but enjoying playing the game is also cool. We might have someone else join the platoon. I only have one flag for every country, and I put it on the tanks that I'm currently working on. And I only put it on the summer map. Looks at 99%. I wonder if the game is over. No. See that 99%. You can invite somebody. Yeah, he's not listed here. Lord of the Dances. We should invite him. What do you got here? Player search. No results. Maybe he's in Europe because it says Czech. 742 damage. No spotting damage. It's too bad. 62.61. That's not bad. I could still do it with one good game. You know, I could get 65. I mean, the guy that we can't find his name, he has so many umlauts in his name. There's no way that he's on the NA server. He's got to be on the EU server. Yeah, he's EU. Okay, so they're saying that he's on the South America server. He's got to switch to the North America server. Otherwise, I don't think we can platoon or something. I don't know. I search on Google. He's listed as an EU player. Berlin? No, Kharkov. This map used to be really good, and then they screwed it up. So what happened was they want corridor maps because they want you to fire gold, the heavy tank meta. So I saw a post from a developer, oh, there's problems with the Kharkov map. Medium tanks are flanking the heavies. And it's like, that's the way the game's supposed to be played. So they added all this crap over there so you couldn't flank anybody anymore, and now it's, why would you even play there? The field on Kharkov used to be really cool, and the city design was really cool, and now it's not so cool. So when I want to have fun, you know, I go down over here in the middle, but I need to get the gun marks, and if you go that way, it's just going to be more work. And with all the issues with lag and latency and stuff like that, I'm just not going to do it. And plus, they change the map so that if you find a strategy that works and you're a light tank player, they'll nullify it. Like if you find a bush that's really overpowered, they'll move the bush. You see that? The guy just disappeared right there. He got one-shotted by the SPG. Obviously, we've got to deal with this guy over here. I don't like the new indicator with the triangle. There's issues with it. It can be a little bit confusing. And I screwed that up. These guys are going to destroy us. There's no way he's got a good gun, right? So I'm just going to destroy him. I'm going to decimate him. I guess I got to repair my engine. Oh, it looks like he's intentionally aiming at my engine. So a little tip for you. If you've got crew, let's say you got 5 or 6 crew members, you might think, oh, firefighting would be a good crew skill, but really get the engine, the oil leakage on the engine thingy. And you don't have to have as much of a reliance on the firefighting because you're just going to set on fire less often. Up to 1,500 damage, it's going to definitely help with the gun mark, but when I say it's going to help, what I mean is that it's going to not help. I got to do better. I got to do more helpy. A lot more helpy. Is that an Indian Panzer over there? At first, I hated that tank, but this is one of those tanks that once you upgrade it, it's really cool. Ah! I really enjoyed playing it. I started having good games with it. But then, you know, once you upgrade it and then you level up to another tank, c'est la vie, as they say in La France. Obviously, an Anakim would fire a gold round, but I don't fire gold rounds. So, I did get tracking damage. Look at that. I got 602. Maybe more. Maybe I got like 800 or 970 tracking damage. So it was totally worth it. I ended up getting more with the tracking damage. The Bourrasque is a French tank. It's also a very good French tank. Oh, yeah. I got it. Yeah, and you missed. Intendant. Okay, so the score is 7-7. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 enemy tanks. I don't count the SPG. Just for safety, I'm going to go behind these buildings. And I see 3 on the map, which means there's 4 out there that haven't been spotted yet. See Carnarvon, VK, SU, and they're mostly tank destroyers. Normally, I would give the indicator that I've been spotted, but I had to prioritize driving the vehicle. It's not good that the Borosk advanced. He should have just let me go, so he could have sniped whatever I spotted. But he chose to do it, so I was expecting he was going to stay back and do as I command. Don't want to get in the habit of going out too soon. Yeah, so I screwed that up. I wanted to bait him, but I didn't. And I only went out a little bit, but he was like really accurate with that. I don't know enough about that vehicle. I don't know if that's the premium tank or not, but I did get 1900 damage and the 970 spotting. It's going to advance me on the gun mark. That's the M4A1 Rev on Kharkov, and that is 1900 damage. See how the live stream is doing. Okay, so I gotta wait to get back into the game. It's so slow. Results. I don't know if I believe this guy. Oh no, I believe you. I believe you, buddy. When I search on Google, it says EU server. You cannot use the same name on different servers. I can't use Cheatbooks on the international servers. I have like Cheatbooks NA and Cheatbooks USA and stuff like that. And Cheatbooks Asia. You know, he's listed as an EU player. I had another idea that made it in the game that had to do with platoons. I don't remember what it was. I think it was something stupid like a message if because you used to be able to platoon like tier 1 and tier 10, and there was something that you had to do to fix it. They did it, but they did it like years later. It's not like usually my suggestions, they add them in the next release. I'll tell you what my latest suggestion is when the game starts. So we'll see if they add it to the game. It was a really good suggestion. It has to do with the marathon missions. I actually was the one who came up with the idea for marathon missions. Oh, that was like 7 years ago. The first marathon mission was an IS-6. And again, 3 weeks after I asked them to do it, they did it. Okay, this is the E75TS. This is a German heavy tank, and the map is Live Oaks. This is one of the maps I've got one of the best strategies on, and I've got one of the worst win rates on. Because I'm going to play over here in these houses. I usually play in this area. If you got a good team, you'll get lots of spotting damage. You'll destroy the enemy before they make it to town. But if you don't, then that won't happen, and then you'll just complain. So because I feel like an Unicum, yeah, he missed. Look at that, 565 spotting damage. You really got to be careful, though. You know what? I think I'm going to bail. And I'm just going to go this way. It's a little bit too hot, as they say. So I hit him for 449. He hit me for 444. I'm going to keep advancing. Plus, I got 221 spotting damage. Oh, you see, I can cross over here because of the little sheds, which I believe is actually a song, a pop song. It's called Little Sheds. You see what I'm talking about over here? What's he going to do? If you want to advance, you got to earn it. You got to fight your way through when I'm playing. But, you know, if you've been watching me play over the years, you would already know that. Yep, there he goes. So I'm going to park over here. Can't tell where his gun is pointed. But he's moving, so. Missed. So after we clean up on these losers, then we're going to go... ideally, you want to hit him after he crosses the road, not as he peeks out. Because he's less likely to turn his gun around. Come on, guy, cross. And the super heavy tanks will always stop and shoot back at you. That's an example. You see how he had already crossed and I hit him in the rear, so he's not going to come back and shoot at me. Okay, this was a mistake. What I should have done was rammed the light tank and then shot the heavy tank. Even if I don't attack him, it's still worth it just to F with him. So that's an example. I didn't use the sniper mode. I just pointed where I want to point. We were relatively close. But you don't have to be in the sniper mode when you shoot at somebody. I just aimed for the side of his tank. 1646 plus 1200 is pretty good. Yeah, so when I say I play for fun, that's what I'm talking about. And people are like, "There's no." This is what they say. How come did all the players that played for fun have bad stats? That's a dumb question. Really dumb question. $63.75. That's pretty good. All I need is a mediocre game, and I'll get that gun mark. You really don't want to be in a situation where you're struggling to get the first gun mark. I mean, if that's a situation, you've got a lot of work to do. M4A1. No surprise we lost on Live Oaks. If your whole team does the strategy that I do, or let's say you have even 2 tanks, you can really do a lot of damage. I've got a lot of games where we did like thousands of damage. The tanks don't even make it to town. And you can do it from either side. It's just easier from the north spawn. On the south spawn, you can do the same thing. It's a lot more difficult. and SPG will destroy you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive this way. I'm going to come through here, spin around, and come back to do a spotting run to see what's coming on that side of the map. And this vehicle is very slow, but I'm still going to do it. You want to avoid rotating your hull. It does slow the vehicle down. I did a test in the training room on Himmelsdorf with clutch braking and without. And with clutch braking, it was a little bit faster getting around the map. And I made as many turns as possible using the same route. So what you do is you come over here, you make sure your spotting range is out to about here, and then you drive around this way. Didn't see anything. Point your turret to the back. We'll try another run. You see that there is a vehicle that did make it through. Didn't see anything. So there's a chance that there's nobody there. I don't know. See what this platoon mate is doing? He got me in the buttocks. Oh, no. Ah! We want to help out the STG. You know, whenever you can help out an ally, you help out an ally. That's my rule. If you don't follow my rule, F you, man. Looks like he took out that defender. There's a Burask. He's not in a fighting position. Okay, so I'm going to follow my ally here. We're safe over here. Make sure I don't block him. Yeah, I screwed up that shot because he was moving. If he were stationary, I think I would have had a more accurate shot. Unfortunately, my ally was taken out of the game. Oh, there's nobody over here. Man. They're going to get that guard. Score is 2-4. I'm not going to worry about the south right now, but if it rises, then I'll take action. It doesn't look like I can hit those guys. Yeah, I missed. So obviously you don't want to go after the same tank over and over again if he might shoot back at you. The ammo rack might be in the spot that I hit, and the reason why is because the loader has to have access to the ammo rack. So the loader is going to be behind the gun. The ammo rack has to be like right under the collar of the turret. Otherwise, how is he going to load the gun? So that's how you can kind of guess. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hit that tank a second time. Unless he's really super smart. We'll see how smart he is. Ah! But that's an example of a maneuver that you do. You got to learn how to do it. You know, it's not going to just on its own make an opportunity for you. You got to figure out, well, what's that? What am I going to do? What's that guy going to do? If I hit him once, is he going to go here? Can I hit him a second time? Blah, 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 blah. How do I retreat? How do I run away? How do I surrender? Ross could fire again. I don't know if I hit him. Yeah, it looks like I did. tank. So I'm going to come over here and park. Yeah. Safely. 1921. This is probably not going to get me the gun mark, but it's going to get me a lot closer. And I don't think I did any blind firing that game. It's so hot in here. I can't believe how hot it is. Okay, so this is M4A1, 1900 damage, and that was Ghost Town. That was actually a pretty good game, so I'm going to put that on my main account. Just want to check replays if they're recording. Today is 10:04, 1 a.m. Okay, yes, it is. You're welcome. I don't see a gun mark. If I had stayed in like a few more seconds, we would have won. 64.39. This is an example where I could pull in some gold rounds and kick up the damage. And I'm going to tell you, you want to get the 3 marks. If you fire gold rounds, it's going to be a lot easier. Because what I'm doing is I'm going for the first one and then the second one. And then to get the third one, you know, I played 85 battles with kind of mediocre damage. And you're competing against people who are firing gold rounds every game to get the third mark. It's like you have to go back and replay all those games to earn the damage, the higher damage. You're at a disadvantage if you take it easy on the first and second mark. But, you know, I don't have the money. I don't have unlimited money. Got too many tanks. I want to play lots of tanks. Lots of tanks. What I usually do is I come over here and I spot and snipe. And then I slowly make my way up the way. I didn't get an optimal firing. Obviously, you can see that I could knock that tree down. And there is a bush over here. 2 sphericals. Bonjour. Can't believe I missed that. He might be behind the slope, and I misjudged. Now, you notice I use the auto aim, and that is because of lag and latency. I don't want to take a chance that my gun's going to do something stupid, so I just auto aim it. And then I'll listen to all your rude comments in the comments below. It's always the same thing. My ears hurt. You're using the auto aim. Good players never use auto aim. $788 damage. I only have to have an average here. What do you think is going to happen? Prediction. Oh, F that, man. Oh, F you. Okay, we're going to pull down this tree over here. She's going to make me invisible. Yeah, I screwed that up. Man, this tank has 0 accuracy. The accuracy is 0. Oh, that hit something. I don't know if I did any damage though. Yeah, dumb move. On my part. That I should not have used the auto aim. But so that guy is going to be dead. because I will go after him. Otherwise, he's going to keep me spotted. I need to kill him. There is an SPG in the game, so that means I have to move. Which you notice I've fully complied with. Okay, so the score is 7-1. I did get 1,000 damage, 481 spotting. It could be enough. I don't know if I'm going to get the gun mark on this. I got to do a little bit more damage, like another couple thousand. Vive la France. In theory, I should be safe here. Oh, yeah. Okay, in theory, I'm not safe here. But we did spot him, so hopefully I'll get some spotting damage. I did get 91, so that means it was absolutely worth it for the 91 spot damage. Oh no, I got another 68 and maybe another 109. So it ended up pulling in 270 spot damage. It wasn't worth it because it's 8-4. I could have done more damage in this game. Hopefully this will get me the gun mark. If not, what you do is you send a complaint to customer support. I did have a blind shot that likely hit. Or it ricocheted because it looked like it ricocheted. So I'm going to mark it as 1,400 damage. M4A1. That's 1,400 damage. Malinovka. I thought that was a cool game, so I'm going to put this on the main account. That was a pretty cool game. I'm pretty cool. I'm going to invite someone else to a platoon. IS-3A. E75TS is going to get a gun mark soon. I thought it was easy to get damage with the E75TS. So I do have a tank. It's the KV-220, believe it or not, having difficulty getting the gun mark. And I think it's because it has a weak gun. Everyone's firing gold rounds except for me. So I'm going to try doing the gold round thingy. It's like the most difficult tank to get the gun mark in its tier. When this tank came out, it was a little bit controversial, which I will explain. So this vehicle is the IS-3A. This is a Russian Tier 8 heavy tank. And the map is Tundra. This was a controversial tank when it came out. And the reason why is because the way the auto reloader works is that it... on some tanks, if you fire, it takes longer to reload, and you benefit by allowing all 3 shells to load. But on this one, that's not the way it works. I think if you fire, it reloads faster or some stupid crap like that. So I missed that shot, which is too bad. I think he got scared. And we're going to go for one of these losers. Oh, yeah. Come on. Come on, man. my new catchphrase. I invented it. I'm an inventor. Think I can shoot through here? Probably not. $397 damage. One of the reasons why I like Frontline is because you really don't have to worry about stats. And you can just play and have fun. I thought that there had to have been somebody somewhere, because, like, how did I get spotted? I'm not stupid. But if you don't see him, what are you going to do? If the EBR 75 stays alive, it might be a fun game. I can't see that TS5. I'm invisible to him. You see, it's so we verified you cannot climb rocks. Come on, gun. F you, man. F you. Welcome to Autoloader Hell. Get as close as possible, and it's harder for him to do damage. See? Turn the hull, and he cannot escape. Impossible. Safest thing for me to do is reverse, and I could have kept on reversing, and it would have kept on being safe. Magic of Mexico, as they say in Mexico. You know, I noticed that Mexico and Mexico are very similar. He could easily just do exactly what he did. So I got 1,700 damage. It's pretty good. It's the highest damage ever. To do something about all this heat. Got a decal. I didn't get the mark of excellence. Oh, okay, so I ricocheted the shot off of that tank. 64.96. I got to get a shot of this so I can brag about it. Okay. So that means if I have just an average game, I could get it. Abby. Man, the problem with this map is I like to be really aggressive, and I'm going to get destroyed. Because, you know what? It's a tier 10, 9, 8. They're going to eat me up. Not going to be able to penetrate those tanks. This vehicle is the M4A1 Revelries. This is a French Tier 8 medium tank, and the map is Abbey. And I'm very angry. I need 0.04 to get the gun mark, and I'm in a Tier 10-9-8 game, and they're going to destroy me. They're going to totally decimate me. Or decima, as they say in France. So my goal is to try and spot these losers. But you never know what's going to happen. You know, if they play well, I will lose. But if they don't play well, I will win. Oh, I didn't spot the Emil. Somebody else did. You used to be able to go up over there. It was way better for spotting. But they wised up and disabled it. That was 374 on the T110E4. $424 on the ML1. Up to 810 on the ML1, plus another 239 on the E4. So obviously we're going to dive down here. And you got to watch out for that opening, and you got to watch out for the SPG. And you don't want to go beyond there because you will drown. So I'm going to park over here. I got 2,500 spotting damage. That's enough for me to get the gun mark. So I'm going to park over here and wait until I get unspotted. On, somebody nail them. Up to 2,700 spotting damage. One good thing about higher tier games is that you get substantially more spotting damage. You know, when I first started playing, we had tier 5 light tanks in tier 10 battles. That's the way they did it. I'm up to 3,300. You also got to gauge, can your allies knock these tanks out? These two T-30s probably can. Avoid moving. Unless I absolutely have to, I'm not going to move. So I will move if the enemy advances too much, because I'm not really hidden well in the bush. I got like 300 or 400 spotting damage on the Ag-D Tiger. I could shoot at him right now. What's he going to do? Oh, F you, man. Effing Ricochet. His allies can't help him. They're too far away. Although the SPG could... No, the SPG's not in the game. So you see I got 374 damage. 3,700 spot. Misfired, obviously, because he's moving. Oh, come on. These guys are cheating. I am the victor. That's the game. 3,700 spot. I hope I did better than that. There's a chance that I got more than 4,000. There's a chance that I got more than 5,000. And that's why they called me Mr. Spot. Any day now. It's slow getting in because of the international lag. It takes 170 milliseconds just to go across the Pacific Ocean. From Manila, I think, or something. Hey, got the gun mark. They even got a congratulations. $3,700 spotting damage. Okay, so I am not going to play this anymore ever again. M4A1 3,700 spot. Mark of excellence, and that was Abby. Be slow getting into game. Gotta drink something. Okay, so normally I go to a sniping position over here. This is the E75 TS. This is a German Tier 8 heavy tank. You see that? Was that a ricochet or something? The map is El Haluf. You don't have to be too careful going down here. I don't know what's going on. Normally it's not that rough. Took a little damage. Usually it's really easy. Missed them. See, my ally here, he drove across. He didn't have to do that. He could have just parked right over here. We can do a lot from right over here. I'm going to show you something really cool. You can actually shoot over these rocks. I'm not sure exactly where the position is to do it, but you can do it. Like you see that I'm over here. Now I can shoot over those rocks. I didn't think I was going to do damage to him, but I got a lot of rounds. Just fire the effing round, You didn't penetrate. Oh, he's coming. I see him on the mini-map. I did use the auto-aim on that. I got 328 damage plus 250 tracking damage. I can't hit him. HWK is... Oh, there's another example where I use the auto-aim because it just grabs on really fast. And you don't have to worry, like, if I have lag and latency, is it really where I think it is, Might not be. Up to 328 damage, which is one of the best in the game. There's a vehicle back there that I can't see. Oh, look at that. That's a case where I should have used the auto aim also. I'm definitely going to spin the vehicle around. See how smoothly I spun the vehicle around? Like a pro. He did like 749 damage. This 749 in 2 shots. That would have been beautiful if I had killed him. He's out of the game. There's a bush up there where this SU is. Maybe he's in that bush. The 50 TP, maybe we could help out with that 50 TP. Oh, F you. And a lot of fun today. Just come over here. And you see there's nothing to shoot. Why isn't my vehicle up? Key release bug. I don't know how he snuck past, but he did. So that's what I wanted to go. I wanted to go for him, but somehow he snuck past. Did 1,000 damage. It's too bad. I'm sure that it was because of the trees in the way. I was concerned about that. I actually can see through trees, just not in game. That was what, E75 TS? It's so effing hot in here. E75 TS. It's like 1,000 damage. And then if I, it's 1:30 a.m. and it's so hot. I don't know if the stream is working anymore. Okay, so I'm going to take just a short break. Like a minute. I just want to check out some things. Check to make sure everything still works. I am going to put a decal. So for those of you who don't know, I asked them to add something for marks of excellence and to show like our progress for every tank. I wanted something different, like more like a campaign mission, but what they did is they added these decals instead, which isn't so bad. You know, the decals are pretty cool. It's a smart idea. I also asked them to make an Unicum decal or an Unicum something. We'll see. And I also asked them to do a mark of dishonor. Let's see which one they add first. They'll do the Unicum one, I'm sure. The mark of dishonor, I don't think they're too interested in. For April Fools, the idea was. I just want to check to see if the live stream is working. And of course, you already know because you wouldn't be hearing this if we're not working. It shows Abby. I need to post something on my blog, which is on my YouTube channel. I got a gun mark. I like to post my gun marks. Everybody can be proud of me. Be done in a moment. Just got to set the time. I want to look at what got posted today. It wasn't a lot. It's weird. Okay, so I need to set this so that I don't play it anymore. Check out the other tanks. 66.7, 60.21. Because I was platooning, he wanted to play that tank. That's the reason why we're playing. I didn't want to. But I was playing it anyway because I was about to get the gun mark. So what I usually do is I just pick a small number of tanks so that I don't have too many things going on. Yeah, so this is a good selection here. These all need gun marks. Oh, you know what? I need to check the news because I watch the